So this reading is going to be Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. It's not going to be too long. Some of my videos was 30 minutes long, but these are pretty short. And hopefully that they resonate in the right way. These videos are short with these verses, but I don't want to take them out of context, but I want to apply them in different ways of seeing the verse. I know we're supposed to speak when the Bible speaks, be silent when the Bible is silent, but I feel like when it comes to the Word of God that we should be able to apply it in every aspect of our lives, in every avenue of travel, and not just in the examples that the Bible gives us, because you may not be in that situation, right? But I still would like to figure out ways to apply these same words that may be in this situation in another situation. So when I read this verse, Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, of course this is Satan tempting Jesus. And it says, "But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." So when I read that verse, I thought on it, meditated, thought of how, well, when I read it, the first thing that popped in my mind was another verse where Jesus says that if a man doesn't work, a man doesn't eat, right? And when I thought of that verse, after reading this verse, Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, it made me think and again, this is just me trying to help out whoever needs it. And it's also for me. For Bible readers or Christians, we may feel like a lot of people, a lot of times get fixated on certain things in the Bible and say, well, okay, I'm checking this box, so I should be good, right? So this is more of a rant on not being complacent with certain boxes that we know we could check when it comes to the Bible, but to challenge ourselves to keep going even further, right? So, if a man doesn't work, a man doesn't eat, right? And that's one man or man, right? It's good that you have a job and bring food to the table. But in this sense, Jesus said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out the mouth of God. So it's more to it, right? We shouldn't be just stagnant, basically, right, on just a few things that the Bible speaks on. We should want to be checking the boxes out of everything that the Bible speaks, because it helps us to become better human beings, right? And it keeps us growing and doing better, right? Living better lives, basically. And I guess that's the biggest point. I kind of already hit the point, right? I already hit the point. Man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God, right? We shouldn't be stagnant on certain things, say honor our mother and fathers. Oh, I'm doing that, I'm good. Okay, that is a good thing, but there are other things in the Word of God too that we could challenge ourselves to grow with. Loving our enemies, right? That's a challenging one. A lot of people struggle with. Everyone does. It's just it's growth, right? But challenging ourselves, right? Because I got to put me in it too. Challenging ourselves to check that box makes us even better, right? And being an example to others to be like, well, hey, if that person can do it, then it's possible, right? Or if multiple people can do it, because if one person do it, you might not be too inspired, but if you got multiple people doing it, then that's like factual, like, okay, this can be done. But it's really just not being stagnant with what comes, not being stagnant to the things that come easy to you when you read the Bible and say, okay, I can do that, I can do that. But it's more, right? It's more. Yes, you got a job. Yes, you put food on your plate, on the table for your family, or even for yourself. But there's more, right? And in that sense, the whole Word of God, right? You got the Old Testament as, the learning book of the Bible, where we learn who God is and how He moves and how He likes things to be done. You have examples of Old Testament, some could say heroes, or examples, right, that made mistakes and got back right, that made mistakes and couldn't get back right? Like, these are examples to help us to be like just better human beings, better Christians. That's the main thing, right? Hoping that we all become Christians, but if not, I mean, at least you can check the box that at least you attempted and you're a better human being. But it'll be better if we all become Christians, which is what a follower of Jesus Christ, right? And this isn't a video to kind of shake people up. Again, this is a stepping stone, just a message for for the mindset, food for thought, like to think on. It was at a point in time where I was like that. I was like, man, a lot of this stuff is pretty hard to digest. So I stick to one thing, right? I'd be like, okay, boom, I'm doing that. Okay, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Oh, I'm good, right? But that was my my job, and that's the bringing food to the table. Those were my tasks. But then when you read this, man can't live by bread alone, right? You can't, like just working and bringing food to the table. It's not gonna be it's not the end all be all, right? It's always more. It's always more, right? So this video is more so just like not being stagnant with the things that comes easy to you when you read the Bible, but challenging ourselves to take on the challenges, the difficult parts in the Bible, to do better, right? And that's really all I got. This is a one take thing. I would retake it over again, but I like to keep it raw, really, honestly, just natural, just a regular human being to another regular human being, but a Christian, of course, and hopefully to another Christian or a future Christian. But that's it. It's like, try not to be stagnant with certain things in the Bible, and continue to read it, continue to find those other challenging moments within the Bible that is a little tough, because we all have them, no matter what. And even if you got like 50 boxes, like, I got 50 boxes checked, man still can't live by bread alone. We just got to keep ingesting it, because subconsciously it's sinking in. Subconsciously and consciously, you're going to be doing things that's like, dang, like 10 years ago me probably wouldn't have moved like that. But because you read the Bible, because you're challenging yourself to be a better person, better Christian, it helps. It really does, man. So many ways that it helped for me. Like I've been at I probably had like 5 low points in my life, and not knowing like how I'm gonna keep going, and just not giving up on God. Still going to church, still reading the Bible here and there. I'm not perfect, but I have my moments where I fall off, and then I have my moments where it's like, all right, pick it back up again. And you start realizing, like, dang, bro, like, if I didn't have this um, type of life regimen of, you know, reading the Bible, still going to church even when you don't want to go to church, but still going, like, this stuff seeps in, and you start realizing, like, yo, this is really what's keeping me going. Because you have moments, I be having moments where it's like, bro, I don't know how to get out of this. I mean, like, I probably can say I had like 5 deep low moments in life where I'm just like, you know, but it's true, man. It's just, if you never give up, somehow, some way, like, God always finds a way for you, even if you don't acknowledge it at that point. When you think back on it, it's just like, dang, it is God, you know. And who knows, like the number one moments where I find that, you know, God has been good is when I see other people going through tough times and I'm close to, and I can give them advice, or, you know, give them like hope to keep going. And it's like, that's when it's like, in those moments is when I realize, like, dang, man, God has been good for me. Like, so don't stay stagnant, you know, keep going. Man can't live off bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the Father's mouth. Yes, you bring in home the chicken. Yes, you got a good job, but man can't live off bread alone. We have to keep reading, keep producing, keep promoting, keep, you know, bettering ourselves as Christians and as better humans. And that's all I got. Be blessed. This is 11 minutes, actually 12, but be blessed, man. Keep going. We got it.